Beautifully done. And let's move on to the interviews for the red game.
I played for the South Wales Sneklifters second team. I picked the deck I picked today is an SAS 74 sin. Well, it's got sins in it. It's I'm trying to find it now. Called Obadiah Rocky Draxpala. So yeah, I picked it mainly because it's got 3 sins. So it's got the Pride, Sloth, and Envy. And it's got some pretty good. It's got 3 Pismire in the Untamed as well, which is pretty nice as well. I played it about 5 times all this week, and yeah, I'm surprised how good it was. I never really looked at it before. I had a little look at it. I was quite surprised to see there was no board wipe in there, so that should help me a little bit. Because I have got quite the creature heavy deck, but I haven't really tried to match up in the Crucible against it or anything, or against similar decks. I kind of just play what's in front of me. No, I'm all good, man. I don't do any of that rubbish. I'm too laid back for that.
Right, so we're back here. I do apologize. I'm going to have to splice in the actual interview for the blue play for the YouTube for Southwest Sneklifters. I do apologize to both eggs for that one. I don't know what happened. I think I just messed up the actual interview. But as people have pointed out, let's go over here. Let's change these decks out. That's my face. Boop, boop. And as we can see here, so we've got Rebel with the double Edie candle unit, also has bindings, double sense of Strix. Beautiful deck from World's Collide here. But then looking at the triple Pismire with Sloth, Pride, and Envy, not the best combination of sins, but when you're looking at double Snarette with Envy, could be quite good. Being able to capture all your opponent's amber onto Snarette and then being able to, it's going to be deleted. Not as powerful as Gluttony, but still very powerful. Howling Pit, one of my favourite cards from Call of the Archons. But as Arturanu, very powerful. I do love Arturanu. Interdimensional Graph, Data Forge with a lot of archiving. It's going to be a very close game. From looking at the deck list, I could not tell you who was going to win. It's not like the last one we saw that Winter Soldier just had a lot of answers for everything that's going on here. Obadiah has a lot of creatures to deal with. The Pismirs, the Infernus, the Maleficons, the Sins, the Snarettes. You need a lot of board answers, and Otorano can do a job, Entrome can do the job, but they need to stay down. There's no real board wipe. There's Phallic Strike, I believe, Phallic Strike, and that's Twin Bolt Emission and Formal Plasmate, which would do the job, but there's no real wipe. There's nothing that just gets rid of the board and resets it. And there's not much in terms of amber control. Looking at the Winter Soldier side of things, yes, you've got Edies which increase key costs, but you haven't got your tributes. You've got Graph for scaling, but you haven't got the capture. You haven't got the steal. You haven't got your traditional amber control to the same sort of length. You've got Odak, which prevents stealing. You've got Mystery Explorer, which can get you a lot of amber. You've got good generation here, but I don't see Zora having anything that could stop. But that Fetch drones, not that great. I don't know if Key Frogs, I don't think double board clear is going to win Sneklifters the game. True, but I'd rather have the option in my deck of being able to wipe a board, when especially looking at Obadiah, because if you're looking at Obadiah with the Kazap, if you're already in the position of control, cool, just discard the Kazap, just discard the Savage Clash, because it's not going to affect you here. But the problem here is Sloth, Infernus, Daughter, Triple Prismia, Fandangle. If you cannot get control of this board and you let Obadiah get control, you're in a lot of trouble here. Exactly. Once Ludo is down and out, and with Infernus you can make sure it's out for good, there's no real problem with you just running away with this, because Fetch Drones is okay, but again, it's very... It's not going to be that much of an uphill fight. Again, but it comes down to the draw. Rebel could get a very strong draw here. We saw Winter Soldiers with the turn 1. If they get an early Candle unit here, if they get early Strixes with Legionary, if they get a great start to where they can just keep generating amber, if they get a great Saurian start and Obadiah doesn't draw the Kazap or the Savage Clash, we could see that Winter Soldier just race ahead with this on pure Dino power alone, because World's Collide Dino is insane. Yeah, but the problem there, Ultimo, is you can't double down. You can't double doom and board wipe. Yeah, no creature control in this is the problem. Because you can't, as you say that, you can double doom the Ludo, but then you can't Kazap or Savage Clash in the same turn. There's no 1-2 punch. You can't go Ludo down, then punch every other creature. You'd have to fight into it, which the deck's perfectly capable of doing. You've got Mutagenic Serum with quite a lot of mutants. Earthbind doesn't really do anything. Resurgence with the triple Prismia could be huge. For me here, there's no deck here that immediately jumps out at me and goes, this deck's gonna win. It's all gonna come down to the draw, but I feel the longer the game goes on, once we get past turn 10, Obadiah's gonna be in this favor. Obadiah is gonna be more favored to win the longer this game goes on. Rebel needs a short, fast, impactful game. Obadiah is in this for the long run. It's the creature recursion, the speed of being able to draw for the decks, the auto-encoder, being able to archive up for huge in here. I feel Obadiah, this is going to be a battle of attrition, and the longer this game goes on, Obadiah is going to win the siege, whereas Rebel needs to win the duel. Again, that's just my point of view, but it seems like people in the chat are coming around to that as well. Right. So let's move on to the game. Let's see how this goes. Oh, why is it? The game's cut off a little bit. That's good. There we go. So we do see a nice Dino start from Future Beans, but starts off with Ontoro, but with no bindings in hand. But it does present a significant threat that needs to be answered. Daughter, Quicksilver, and plays the Neurosiphon. Not a bad answer, not bad answers at all, but double Pismir with Savage Clash could be huge. Twin Bomb Mission wants to deal with the Daughter, then puts the Discombobulator under bindings. Not a bad way to go, but I kind of feel like you want to set up the Saurians here. You want to set up that Dino board, and you just want to keep getting a lot of Amber. Double Pismir comes down, and Fandangle need to deal with that there. Goes into the Saurian. This could be a huge mistake, because yes, they've only got one Amber, but you never let a Fandangle live. Witches need stitches. So we see both warded, goes into Logos, plays Dynamic Charge, 2 Amber, pops the wards, then you play Lethalogica, goes up to 3, then you reap with the Quicksilver, meaning that you're in. I had reaped with Quicksilver, so my QMech and my Informer came in ready, and then I could have just reaped up to 6. Maybe that's me going wrong there, because the fight did get the Mutagenic Serum. But to me, the Reap and having my other two creatures coming in ready feels like a lot more powerful than the fight for draw. Or should have fought first to get the Amber, then would have gone up to 4 after Mutagenic Sermon, then they would have come in ready. Yeah, that makes sense. You want to be able to draw to go from there. You want to take advantage of the Fandangle, but Fandangle's now gone. Binding's doing its job, getting rid of everything there. Mutagenic Sermon gets popped, which means we're going to see all the mutants being able to reap and fight. Welsh Wookiee fully taking control. Oh, Bindings is down. Sorry, Ultimo. There's Bonesaw. Creature did. Oh, the Infomorph did die, so we can see Bonesaw coming in ready. Because Bonesaw's ready. There's Silhouette, which is. And the key cost for future beans is now 10. Edai coming. Plays the Graft. Plays Former Plasmate. You're going to be able to kill off Silhouette. But playing the Graft when you've got the Edai there. The board is very huge with lots of things. I don't know if playing the Edai is correct there. Does it? Fights Boris Knit, Reaps there. Definitely overtaking the board is the right way to go here. These Pismirs are being a huge issue. And Hasgon Saurian drops Senator Strix, drops the second Senator Strix. Odak's going to take down 7, but this key is happening either way. But Phallic Strike means that they can. If there was one more creature down, both of those Pismirs would go down. It'd become a much closer game. But the problem is here, it's going to take. Only doesn't kill anything with the Phallic Strike, just 3 damage to the Pismir. Hoping to take advantage of this Misery Exploiter, maybe? You are very nice work here. Malphicon, you taking advantage of the damage put onto the net, being able to damage and get rid of Odak. Double Doom bounces the Strix and discards Misery Exploiter. That's a lot. That's Amber Gen taken away from Future Beans. Now we see. So we've got Malphicon is a beautiful card. Infernus in hand, going to be able to take the Amber down even further. There's Senator Strix coming down again. It uses the ability to add 1 because it's going to ward it with the. Uses the fight ability to get rid of Pismir. So is in check. Plays the Niflake to pop the ward. Then going to use Savage Clash. Reroutes for Pismir. Then use Savage Clash. Now, personally, I'd have gone a different route. I'd have played the Dark Fairy to pop the ward. Then played the Savage Clash. Because then I get rid of my own Fiend. Which allows me to steal 1. And puts me back up to 6. But that's just personal preference. But use this Resurgence to get back 2 Pismirs. Then, yeah. Kill 1 Pismir. Yeah, Pismir, the Hydra of Keyforge. We see Envy, Pride, and Infernus. We're probably going to go this next turn. Although, personally, just go Untamed and just reap it out. Purges Mellison, fights into Pismir. Purges Power Guardian, fights into Pismir again. Plays Festering Touch, gets rid of 2 Pismirs. Gets Future Beans now on 9, so go this. Play the Infernus, deny Future Beans the key again. But uses her Fiend to fight into Buzzle, which means we get rid of. It takes him off check even without the Infernus thanks to steal. So purges the Edai and the Bindings. Then plays Pride. There's Envy and Pride now down. Check for the second key with no answers in hand for Future Beans. The second key is happening. Positron Bolt comes down. Candle Unit Hapsis gets back up to 8. But no auto-encoder needed here. Play Sloth. Play Snowret, which is going to deny the key again. Fights Infernus into Hapsis. Wards up the two remaining sins. Then uses Dominator Bauble onto the Dark Fairy to gain an extra 2. Halfway towards the 3rd key while Future Beans is still lagging behind on the 1st key. Etchame comes down. Binding's gonna put 1 damage onto Candle Unit thanks to the armor. Plays Exhume. Edai is gone. So gets the Buzzle. Lilliful gets purged. Fights into Cephas. Yeah, wants to have the ability to steal, which isn't going to make any difference here. So Future Bean's on 10. No way to stop the first Forge. We're going with a I don't care approach. Reaps up to 6. Goes, stop me if you can. Passes, and look, now we see a huge hand of Logos. Goes Logos for Future Bean. Plays Edai. Has to. Seismo Entangler. Data Forge Twin Bolt Emission to damage up the biggest issues. Damages a Positron Bolt off the fetch drone to machines. There was a capture of 2. Very good. So we see Daughter come down. Playing the Daughter when you've got... I'm going to see discard with the Kazap because majority of the cards on the board are mutants. And you're not really going to be able to get back up if you... Plays Quixo and Daughter. Plays Mutagenic Sim, deals 1 damage. Plays Qmet. Plays Kazap. I don't know why you played the Daughter and the Quixo Adventure before playing Kazap, but sure. There's the GG. Future Beans concedes. Welsh Wookie takes it 3-1. He's just messing around. And there it is. Southwest Sneklifters move on to the top 32. And the Wood Soldiers move on to the second Cup 32. Beautifully played game.